Dear student, in new video today I am going to discuss about solid state. What is solid state? In last video I told you the states of matter, 5 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma and BEC, Bose-Einstein condensate. Yes, one by one I will explain all and I will make separate video on that. So the today video is all about the solid state. Let's understand that. What is solid? What are the properties of the solid? What are the types of the solid? What is the difference between both the types? Okay, so we will study these things today. So let me tell you about the very first point of solid state now. Dear student, solid state have definite mass, volume and shape. What does it mean? It means that a definite mass or definite shape means this marker. Okay, this is the marker. And when you go to your, this is classroom, when you go to your home, your bedroom, then the shape of the marker will not change. It is definite. Yes or no? Okay. When you have this marker, okay, in my hand, when you take it in your hand, shape will not change. When your marker means is here, okay, and you are keeping this marker under the geometry box, inside the geometry box, shape will not change, my dear student. But if you take water, one glass water, it is in the glass shape. When you keep it in the geometry box, then it will take geometry box shape. So its shape is not same. Shape is changing, my dear student, according to the container. But in solid, what happens? Shape remains same. It has definite shape. Okay. Yes, mass. What about the mass? Whatever the mass of the marker in my room, same mass you will find in your room also. Okay. And next thing is, so it has definite mass, definite volume. Volume is a mathematical term actually, but in chemistry simply volume give the sense of occupancy, how much area occupied. So same area it will occupy everywhere. Okay. So solid state, the first point what we know about the solid, it has definite mass, definite volume and definite shape. Let me tell you the next point now. Dear student, intermolecular distances are very short. What does it mean? It means that suppose any solid material you have, so you know that that solid material is made up of teeny particles, very small particles. Okay. In gases, what happens? That two small particles at very large distance, but in solid, that two small particles at negligible distance, we can say. Okay. So what happens in solid state? Its constituent particles are at very less distance, or we can say they are tightly packed to each other. They are closely packed. No distance like that. Means distance is there, but that is negligible. Okay. So intermolecular distance means such type of distance they are talking about in which the constituent particles are very close to each other. And means you should not ask me what is constituent particles. Already I explained. The particles from which any matter is made up. Okay. Let me tell you the third point now. Dear student, intermolecular forces are strong. What is intermolecular force? So suppose if you talk about the salt is solid, yes, okay, and salt is made up of sodium and chlorine. So what happens actually? Na plus and Cl minus, they combine together and forms NaCl. So it means that salt means table salt. So salt is made up of sodium and chlorine. This building is made up of brisk, cement, sand, water, these things. So these are the constituent particle of my building. In same way, salt has two constituent particle, one is sodium and other is chlorine. And they are only repeating again and again, and then it takes a big shape and it comes in the packet and you use it. So intermolecular forces are strong. What does it mean? What happens actually when positive and negative is there? Okay, they attract together and they just come tightly close to each other, very close. So what happens? Intermolecular forces is that type of force which acts between the constituent particles. Sodium is attracting chlorine, chlorine is attracting sodium. It means the attraction force, whatever the attraction force is between sodium and chlorine, that force is known as intermolecular force. Okay, so intermolecular force is that type of force through which constituent particles are bonded together to form a giant molecule, to form a very big molecule. So yes, in solid state what happens, intermolecular forces are very strong. Let me introduce you the fourth point now. Dear student, constituent particles have fixed position and can only oscillate about their mean position. What is this? What is oscillate and what is mean position? Okay, you must heard about the SHM, means pendulum or something like that. If you don't know, no need to worry, I will explain everything now. See, what is oscillation? Just understand first. Okay, so imagine that this is your pendulum. This is your pendulum. Okay, what happens actually, what I did, I think I should draw that. This is the ceiling, your roof surface, you imagine. Okay, this is the ceiling, and with the help, in this ceiling what I did, I'm hanging one metallic bob. Okay, one metallic bob, and after that what I am doing, just I am bringing this here. Okay, what I am doing, in the beginning the original position was this. What I did, I am leaving this metallic bob from here. Okay, what happens actually, metallic bob will come here and it will come here also. Okay, understanding? See, in the beginning it is like this, it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here, then again it will come here. This whole journey is known as one-time oscillation. What is this? One-time oscillation. If again it repeats in same way, that will be the second oscillation. So, what is oscillation or oscillate? I explained that. In same way, what happens inside the solid state, their constituent particles oscillate, but that, see, here is a big range to oscillate. Okay, but in solid state there is a very short range. It only vibrates, very small vibration, very small deviation like that, that's it. Okay, so that is trying to say that the constituent particles, means whatever the constituent particle of any solid, that is atom, molecule or ion, like sodium ion, chlorine ion in the salt, so they also oscillate. Okay, but that is negligible oscillation, it means very small oscillation actually. Okay, so this is the meaning of constituent particles oscillation. Guys, let me introduce the next point now. They are incompressible and rigid. Yeah, that's true. See, solid has so many types, like semi-solids. Okay, so if you talk about the rubber, means eraser. Okay, so eraser you can compress little bit, yes or no? You compress. Okay, but all the solids you cannot compress. Have you ever tried to compress the big rock, big stone? Have you ever tried to compress the brisk? No, you can't, because they are they are tightly packed constituent particles and they are incompressible and rigid. Rigid is what? What is meaning of rigid? Rigid means that phenomena or that type of materials are in rigid which you can't change the shape easily. Okay, you can't change the shape of that material easily. That type of material comes under the rigid, and that is incompressible, of course, then only it is rigid. Okay, so solids have rigidity, they are incompressible actually, but all solids are not incompressible. See, gases are highly compressible. Okay, but we can't say that all the solids are incompressible, but yes, generally most of the solid materials are incompressible, means you cannot change the shape after applying some kind of pressure. It's difficult for all the solids. Okay, guys, let me tell you the next point now. One is amorphous solid. One is amorphous solid and other is crystalline solid. The very first chapter in class 12th in chemistry, that is solid state. There we study the detailed knowledge of solid state, and there I will explain what is amorphous solid and what is crystalline solid. But small introduction you will get today also. Amorphous solid is that type of solid in which their constituent particles are not arranged in regular indisciplined manner, and crystalline solid is that type of solid in which its constituent particles are arranged in regular discipline order. If you don't understand these 2 points, no problem, you just try to know that types of solid, there are 2 types, amorphous and crystalline. The detailed discussion of this topic is in class 12th in very first chapter, solid state. I hope I have completed the solid now, and in next video I will discuss about the liquid state. Thank you.